Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Our wind's just going to knock the ball down. It's straight at the back.
Opting for the 6-iron. That's the common mistake, hitting it out to the left. Getting ready to play their third. Just one stroke back and right in it. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Oh, 13-footer coming up here.
This is what they have left for a par.
This is a good chance. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Here's Xander Schauffele. Oh, wow, that's right out of the Gary Player highlight reel. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Lexi Thompson currently on top of the leaderboard here. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Going with the 5-iron here.
Wow, did this come out beautifully. Yeah, that was great wind management there.
And this putt to move into a share of first. It's on a good line. A well holed, he'll take the birdie. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh my, right by the hole. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. A quality shot, that.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
It was on a good line. A par putt awaits. Looking ahead now, and this player is currently tied for first in the standings alongside Will Zalatoris. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4, although if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Currently -5. Currently tied atop the leaderboard. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Putting for a par here. The putt drops, now at 5 under, heading down the stretch.
And they're going to have to really focus in here to try and chase down that leader.
Tony Finau is currently on top of things right now. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Needs to make a move soon. Great opportunity here for him to drop this putt and get closer to the lead.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
Ooh, right by the hole. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This for par. Yep, tracking nicely.
Good putt, that. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And choosing the 8-iron here. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
Good shot there. It's a fairway finder for sure. It's been a good year. 3 wins so far this season. That was wonderfully done. And here we are with the third shot. And just one shot off the lead. Going with the pitching wedge here. Nicely done. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt.
One of the good guys out there, Luke. I am hoping for this one to fall.
Looking really good. That's a good putt to make. That sets the great players from the good ones. And that will move him to 6 under par. He's currently tied for first.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Well, they need to stick this close. A birdie would tie them for the lead and force a playoff. Opting for the 5-wood. This one's heading towards the rough, I think. That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one. Oh, that one just missed the hole. And this putt is for a final score of 65.
Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
And with that putt, that'll bring his tournament to a close. Sadly, no back-to-back victories here for this player, Rich, but you'd have to be impressed with their performance overall.
Luke, this player did everything to seal back-to-back wins on the PGA Tour. Unfortunately, coming up just a touch short. Still 2 awesome weeks.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry, because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. Playing from around 160 yards. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. And he's safely on the green with that shot. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Currently 1 under for the round. Let's see what happens here on the second hole. Going with the 7. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's 1 stroke behind her rival in this event.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
They're going to need binoculars from back here to even see the hole.
If that's the right pace, this should drop. This would be a great up and down. How close was that to going down? Getting ready to play their third. That's inside the range. Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again. Currently 1 under for the event. You've arrived at a par 4. Step up to the tee and own it.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up this shot from about 120.
Oh, terrific approach, and a chance for birdie here at the third. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She got one back on that last hole.
Here's Lexi Thompson. Ooh, that almost went down. This putt about 11 feet in distance.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
And down it goes.
This player is putting for fun.
At -2, going along nicely today.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
What kind of rhythm is that? It must be tough falling out of bed every day with a rhythm like that.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say. Had a fantastic drive.
Going with the 6-iron here. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. The putt drops and we're moving on. Here we are at the 5th hole. The tee is yours. Opting for the 6-iron. That's disappointing. Sitting at 2 under, tied for 4th. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And a par putt awaits him.
Now they can move ahead here if they hold this and leave Lexi Thompson behind. Starting to look really good.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Just a 4-footer remaining.
They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
Oh, that looks like a pure stroke.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine. Beautiful swing there. Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Let's hope this one gets a good lie because it's heading towards the rough. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 3 strokes back. Opting for the 9-iron.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
And that shot goes in. That'll be a birdie.
Oh, that was a tasty little morsel, wasn't it?
Okay, let's get back to the action. And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Oh, that's a nice line. Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. And a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot. He finds himself currently tied for 5th. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. That's straight into the trees. This shot from 120 yards. Only 2 shots off the pace. Is that right? I think so. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently in 5th place.
This is Lexi Thompson. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Getting ready to play their third. He's 2 shots back. And here we are with their 4th. 2 strokes off the lead. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And this next putt, it's for bogey. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. We've reached the 8th hole. The tee is yours. That's a pretty handy shot. A bit wild on approach there.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, guys, he's looking at around 17 feet. This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
No, that's too bad. You'll have to settle for bogey there. Back-to-back bogeys is never nice, but in she goes.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Here we go. We're beginning the 9th hole now.
Trying to forget the bogey at the last and focus in on this one.
Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. Even for the day. With a flurry here, you could break into the top 20. That's in the sand. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Playing their 4th shot. 4 shots behind our leader. Ooh.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently in second place, hoping to overtake the leader.
Here's Lexi Thompson.
Wow, what a save.
Out of the rough, into the hole. Thank you very much.
Rich, good position for this player. Just 3 back with 9 to play. Do you sense them making a charge?
Yes, but 3 back with 9 to go, they're going to have to start taking chances. They're going to have to start firing at every flagstick they can see.
Teeing off now on the 10th hole. Oh, absolutely flushed. Even for the day. Not a bad spot on the leaderboard. Just outside the top 20. Going with the 8-iron here. That's inside the house of opportunity.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
Ooh, take that. That's quality. Let's get back to it, shall we? This would be a good putt to hole. It'd help move you into the top 10. You can't make them all. Go tap it in.
And that should secure the par on this one.
And with that, he'll stay right there at even par.
Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Exit. Stays left even.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This is downhill, can't be too bold.
That was a little bit too much power. Yeah, that's never nice. Putting it off the surface, that hurts. Wow, from a dodgy lie ridge. How special was that?
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Now 4 back after that hole. Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we?
Good shot there, Beamer.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. didn't that look good for a long time? And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Hey, that's a chance. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 1 under.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. That's a little untidy. This is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Airmailed the green with that approach.
Ooh, that almost went down. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Solid par putt, that. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th. Sitting at -1 in a share of 10th position. That's well played, pin high. That's the mark of a ball striker. 11 feet left to the hole.
This putt to get even with Lexi.
This one's tracking. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently 1 stroke better than her rival and playing partner today.
This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Just a couple of inches away from finding that one.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. And back to the course with the live action.
And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. A couple under at this stage and a share of 7th.
What's in front of them, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Oh, just missed. Putting for bogey. And that putt drops, now 1 under, heading to the stretch.
And some kind of fast finish required if they want to win this thing.
Let's see what happens here at the 16th. Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind? And Rich, I just keep watching this name moving north on the leaderboard. They're pulling out all the stops right now.
I tell you what, they're getting an awful lot out of their round. If the leaders aren't careful, this player could catch them.
Getting ready to play their third.
3 shots off the lead.
How close was that to going down? A 7-footer right here.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
It's got a chance. And that's for a bogey.
They're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
And that'll drop him down to even par now.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Definitely needs to make a move on the field, and this is a golden opportunity of a short par 4. What will they do?
Quality shot, that one.
Time for the second shot at the 17th.
And here we are with the third shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Time now for the 4th shot. 4 shots behind our leader. Yes, they've made it. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Well, you like the look of those hands.
Reminds me of the song by the Tubes, She's a Beauty.
Let's head to the final hole of this round.
Oh, a Shankopotamus has appeared out of nowhere.
Even for the day. Let's make a move. You're just outside the top 20.
Pretty good shot there.
Taking aim from around 240 yards out here. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Always like it when they take the big dog and let it rip from the middle of the fairway. That's going to find the water, sadly. Here's their 6th shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Well, that's a handy shot. We don't want to drop any more shots. Let's make this for double. Go on, get in the hole. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work. That's a shame. They came oh so close to what would have been an incredible comeback victory.
The stories that we could have told if they completed the victory would be endless. Unfortunately, not getting it done, but still, what a performance on this final round.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
Moments like that deserve another look.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
He's currently tied for 6th. The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
Needs this one to kick right. Well, this will be a big putt to make. The birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Oh, so close. That's disappointing. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Just didn't drop. This next putt is for bogey. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the 3rd.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number 1. Water down the left-hand side you obviously want no part of. but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Justin Thomas, major champion, world #1 player, really has all the attributes, doesn't he, Rich?
He does. His focus on his own game is amazing. I think that this kid really understands how to play the game. He's got all the shots, but he doesn't try and get up there and hit it as hard as he can every single time. He gets out there and he learns how to play the game, hit the finesse shots when you need it, take some risks when you need to, but also back off when you don't need to. This kid is a real deal, complete game from head to toe.
Well, what a way to bounce back. Nice putt to hole.
Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
And with that now, back to level par.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The first of the par 5s, Rich, the 4th hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Getting ready to play their 3rd.
Just 2 shots behind.
This would be a great up and down. That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Oh, Dr. Chipinski strikes again.
Let's see if you can make this and keep the par on the card.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Seems like they got an abundance of swing thoughts going on there. Perhaps paralysis by analysis.
Henny, how's that ball lying?
Oh, no. This is nasty. Just no.
Opting for the 5-iron.
What a shot from that nasty lie. I should be proud of that.
This putt coming up is for birdie.
This putt to tie Justin Thomas. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks.
And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top.
Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Nicely done. Look out world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour. And we look back in the greatness in sports, right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella and just kind of came from a blue-collar background. And I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods that then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be, and will forever be.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Just needs this one to kick right. Outstanding shot. High quality.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Okay, steady now.
A par putt on the table.
In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front nine, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Going with the 5-wood. That's just a tad off line, that one. Headed towards the left. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. They're in the bunker, looking for an up and down here. Good opportunity here to move into a tie for 3rd.
Oh, you know you want to.
Oh, how about that one? Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. As we step into the second 9 here, Rich, and the short par 4 10th.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
That swing so pure, it reminds me of Adam Scott's. And this shot from about 150 yards out. 4 shots behind our leader. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Not sure if they got that one flush. This might not find the fairway.
That's not what they were looking for. Getting ready to play their third. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice?
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Well done.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently sitting in the lead as we check the rest of the standings.
The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
This one from about 160 yards out.
Wind straight down.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
Yep, tracking well.
Yeah, good putt. Well holed.
And a very familiar sight, Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard.
And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
They'll have to work extra hard to get out of this one.
They'll have to channel their inner Severiano Ballesteros here. This needs good hands.
Oh, almost went in.
Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Oh, that's incredible. He sold it.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for 7th position. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Such soft hands.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Now 5 strokes behind. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
That dog will hunt.
And playing this one from around 120 yards out. 5 shots off the lead.
I don't know if they meant to do that.
It's a little wayward.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
Ooh, right on 20 feet. This is a great momentum putt.
This is huge for momentum. Got to try and hold this. This for par. It's tracking.
Ouch, that hurts.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. A bogey putt awaits.
These are on rails, looking good.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Terrific shot. Who could have thought you'd hole it? 8 feet to the cup.
They've got this putt to pull ahead of Justin Thomas. This group rivalry could get interesting.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with it, he moves to 1 under par.
Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods.
As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Yep, that shot's safely on the green.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
This one's from downtown.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Par putt coming up here. 1 under with a handful to go. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
opting for the 5-wood.
This one headed left and not coming back.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Nice recovery there.
Judging it beautifully.
A spot in the all-important top 5 coming up if you can hold this. Oh, what a stroke. Always nice to hold those for a birdie. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Playing their 5th shot. Oh, can you believe it? That's remarkable.
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Ooh, that almost went down. If he makes this, he'll save his par. This one started out on a good line. For the par. Currently a couple under for the round. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his 2nd shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
This one looks like it'll safely make the green. This would be a great up and down. That was a gallant attempt. Chance to shoot under par here. Make this for 70. Like the look of this one. That's all she wrote, folks. His work is done here. And Henny, no win for this player, but they set a goal and accomplished it by performing better than their rival. They've got to be pleased with taking down Justin Thomas.
Oh, that's right, Luke. This player challenged JT and beat him. That takes a lot of confidence, but also a lot of skill to pull off. Congratulations to them.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in and see you next time.
PGA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
In their last matchup, Luke, it was Lexi who was the sharper of the two, so let's see how things pan out today.
No, filled with talent as Lexi Thompson. This is going to be a tight tussle. I can't wait to see how this one plays out.
This is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one.
Little birdie look in here.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup.
Get in. Oh, that's a ripper.
That's a rock solid par right there.
The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
This one might just sneak off the fairway. Second shot on the second. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Here we are in the fairway bunker. Can they execute a good shot?
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Let's return to live play now. Oh, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make. Oh, this looks pure. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. It's just about 3 feet away. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. So, no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Handy effort, that one. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
It was on a good line. No, that's too bad. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par here.
This looks good. And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par four to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. It's going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
It's a decent fairway to hit this one. Not sure if they'll find it, though. Didn't that look good for a long time? Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par.
So far, so good.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
It's been a little up and down, but she's just 1 stroke back from her rival.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
This one should find the rough.
Setting up in the first cut here.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. That wasn't their best approach, Beamer.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
1 stroke behind her rival this week.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The tee shot at the par 4 6th has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
This putt to move into the top 20 on the leaderboard. That's frustrating. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
The putt is underway.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
Going with the 8-iron here.
Look out left.
Getting ready to play their third.
Just 3 strokes back.
Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
That impressed me and her. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Tracking. Well, that'll play, and that will take him to 1 under. He finds himself in a share of 13th.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple third shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
Well struck. Sitting at 1 under the card, just outside the top 10 on the leaderboard. This one looks to be a tad wayward. And here we are with the third shot.
He's 2 shots back.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice?
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
This one's looking good.
That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
And what a way to jump into the top 10.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Big time play, that one, at the right time too. Oh, here she goes, marching up the leaderboard.
Lydia Ko is currently in the lead as we check the rest of the standings.
As you make the turn here at TPC Sawgrass, the 10th hole is a clever one.
Pretty basic par 4, just 424 yards from the back tee. Players take out a hybrid or a 3-wood, hit it out to the right-hand side, which will leave a short second shot. However, lots of undulations on this green, so make sure your second shot is the correct distance.
That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? There have been a lot of players that have come out and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. Because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event. The youngest men or women to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with the final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little lull there for a little bit, but now come back out and is just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in her professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Well, what about that, Rich? A great display of resilience.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Straight back up into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
And a par is all but guaranteed after that fantastic bunker shot.
This really looks good.
That's a good putt to make, that one. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's got momentum now. Just birdied the last hole.
Here's Lexi Thompson. How close was that to going down? Oh, yeah, a thing of beauty. And that'll certainly help her chances here. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Okay, let's get those 2 important things back, timing and tempo.
Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
He's gonna need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
Nicely done.
A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Looking better.
The game can be frustrating, can't it?
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
And that putt will drop. Well done.
And it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard.
There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this, playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
That one's heading out to the right. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. Big chance here. Ooh, right by the hole. Putting for par. And the putt drops, and we're moving on.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Just didn't drop. That'll sting a bit. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
That's on the green and you never know what could happen. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. Okay, steady now. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And with that putt, now 2 under with the final few holes to go.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left, start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
Sitting at 2 under par. in a share of 7th. Beautiful shot. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
This one was a great chip in. I could watch this all day.
And now 4 under for the day.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
She'll like that. That's inside the birdie range.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Oh, just missed. And that should secure the par on this one.
And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next.
Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
Setting up from the first cut here in the green.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Surely it's going to.
The putt drops, and this player is finished for the day.
Well, Henny, they've done it. They've finally managed to beat their rival.
Indeed they have, Luke, and they will be glad to check that box in their list of goals this season.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin.
Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be following this featured group as there are rumours of quite a rivalry kicking off between these two players.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Colin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Colin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, it's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron player as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Colin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots.
Ouch, that hurts. Oh, that would have been outstanding to make the eagle. Well, that's delightful. A birdie to get the round underway.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Yeah, that one will play. 15 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
That was a gallant attempt. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is what they have left for par.
That will work. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Colin Morikawa setting up his shot.
Oh, that's wonderfully played out of the sand. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
From around 140 yards here. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Great shot.
What's in front of them, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm. Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
Oh, sensational putt, that one. A big play at the right time, and their rival is now shaking in their boots. Oh, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Currently 2 under for the event. The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Ooh, that almost went down.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 5th is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Not bad. Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter. But when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now. Surely more in his future.
Time for the 5th shot. Wow, what a save. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Hope it gets a good kick to the left.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
Surely it's going to.
Oh, terrific. What an effort. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. He's currently in the second position. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left are going to be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
And this putt to move into a tie for first.
It was on a good line. And this one is for his par. Well holed. Let's move on. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Big par saver coming up for this fella.
Yeah, we'll take that.
He's currently just in second place. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Opting for the 9-iron. This one needs to kick left. A good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Looking really good, this one. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under. And as we make the turn here, Rich, our player tied for the lead.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
This one might roll into the rough.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the first cut.
And choosing the 8-iron here. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
No, they tried to fade that one in there, but got a little steep on it.
Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
He finds himself in a share of the lead. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. You can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green and two, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Will this one hang on and find the fairway? Or is it headed towards the rough? Getting ready to play their third. He shares top spot.
That's some good golf right there.
Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today. This one's looking good.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 5 under. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Could roll into the rough on this one.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
And from around 135 yards.
That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
A chance to move to 6 under the card with this putt.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Looking good.
Fair effort that. Good birdie. Back-to-back birdies never hurt, Rich.
Kind of like it. He's feeling it.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. Sitting at 6 under. Currently in the lead. Didn't that look good for a long time?
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
This one's dialed in.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa.
That's outstanding. Mark that down on the highlight reel. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Not a bad line, this one. Second shot here on the 14th hole. Wonderfully played. And here we are with the third shot.
Currently leading by 2.
"13 feet to the hole." He's making this look easy, keeps surging ahead. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Still in the lead now after that hole. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
This one's left of the green.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Opportunity to make their par.
It's looking solid.
Nicely holed and for par.
And with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Time to play from the bunker. You're kidding me. Did he hold that?
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done. Oh, the old snapperoni pizza.
Sitting at 7 under, currently in the lead. Going with the 5-iron here. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
And coming up well short.
How close was that to going down? And he needs this to save par.
On a nice line.
Well hold. Leading by 3 strokes now.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot. Plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader. Chance to move to 8 under here.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Ooh, right by the hole. This is a par putt.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
What an outstanding bunker shot. What a play. Great shot. Nicely done.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
They can't quite see the green here, Luke, because it's elevated. It's much higher. They're definitely going to have to club up.
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
Oh, what a time to chip one in here. Do so, and you'll win the tournament. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Straight out of the top draw.
Love watching this player around the greens.
An opportunity to make... And as that putt drops to the bottom, Rich, they are now the Valspar champion. What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance, what a win. I mean, just, this player was just amazing all week long.
And I got to give props to my boy in the booth, Rich Beam. I think you picked this one at the start of the week, didn't you?
Luke, it wasn't a difficult pick, let's be honest. This player has been consistent all season long. Getting the victory, no surprise whatsoever. Really good stuff.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.